Hey guys, how are we doing? So it's Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. Let's jump straight into some TA. I've got some things to talk to you about actually. I've got an amazing idea and business plan lined up. I can't really reveal anything about it because I haven't really planned it out to complete perfection, but I'm working on it, and within the next few weeks, maybe to months, I can release that to you guys, and I think it's going to be something you're all going to be very interested in. Got some Ripple XRP news to be talking about today to do with the lawsuit. We've also got some new Ripple partnerships, including a few in the Asia Pacific region, which are huge. Tranglo have their first ever ODL corridor set up. We're going to be talking about that. And then I've got an XRP Fractal to show you, to get you a bit excited about where I think XRP is going to go in the short, medium term time frame. So let's get straight into Bitcoin first on the daily. So we're looking at Bitcoin USD right now on the daily. As you can see, we broke all-time highs, massive push up to 66,900. We actually had the daily close there at about 66,000-ish, 65,900. Bitcoin then had a bit of a retrace yesterday, a bit of a dump, which is exactly what we expect. We can't expect just to go up in a straight line. We needed some kind of correction. We corrected to about 62,000, if I'm right. Yeah, 61,800, which is lovely. Lines us up nicely with this previous resistance here, holding as support now. I might drop actually a small horizontal ray in there, just to show where this support level is. Boom. Oh, I don't want it to be that thick. Just change that. Where are we going? That big? Oh, 35%. Just like that. Nice little support line there. Let's have a look at Bitcoin on the hourly. There's not loads to report, guys. We're in price discovery mode. Could we come down and see a further correction? Yes. I'd be looking at about 59,000, or as I said, we may come all the way down to the 54,000. 702 is always a good place to hold, but I doubt we come actually that far down. Now we break all-time highs. Always potential though. 786 is at around $57,125, but as I said, the area I'd be really aiming to put some bids in if I was going to be bidding, trying to scoop up some some cheaper Bitcoin, is the 59,500, and maybe even this level here on the left, which is the $58,321 range. But eyes would be focused on this range of $59,500 in and around there. I'm going to get rid of that. But there, that's what I'll be looking at. We are overextended from the moving averages. We could see the moving averages come up and provide some support. We could consolidate sideways for a while. But I also honestly do think that we're going to have a little bit more of a push up just when a bit more volume comes into the market. Maybe we get some news. So today, there's a second futures ETF being launched. I think it's Valkyrie's ETF today. And there's a third next week being launched. And I don't know if that's ARK off the top of my head. But we have seen Grayscale file for a spot ETF. If that comes through, wowzers, the market will go nuts. But anyway, in the meantime, we could actually trend sideways for a little bit, and some the market cap could rotate into the altcoins. And I'm going to show you what I'm seeing with the altcoins. So we've got Ethereum. It did wick almost all-time highs. I don't think it quite touched it. I know this chart is showing that, unless I'm wrong. I am wrong. It did wick and touch the all-time highs. I'm sorry, but oh no, it didn't. Just below, look. Just below $4,379 when the all-time high is at $4,386. So we very nearly got there. We came back down. We touched this support level at around $4,000, which actually, I always say to keep your eye on whole numbers. I've called this out a few times in previous videos. Again, we're consolidating sideways, looking for some volume to come through to help us with that next leg up. We might be waiting for the moving averages to catch up on the 4-hourly, give us a little bit of a boost and push us up. Imagine the moving averages is a bit like fueling stations. You can get some fuel from there and then really push up towards the next level of resistance. So we're going to now look into XRP. XRP has been coiling up so flipping hard. It's ready for a big pop, if you ask me. If you look on the daily, I don't know if I showed you this yesterday. I didn't actually make a YouTube video yesterday, so I definitely didn't show you it then. But this is what XRP is doing. It's moving in waves. So wave, here we go, and we're going up, and we're down, and we're up, and we're down. And look how these waves are getting smaller. So we could be going like boom. That's what I'd be looking for, a big move like that. The next leg up, we're moving in big leg up. So we're obviously consolidating down here, wave in. Big leg up, yes, we do come back down. Then we're setting up for a sideways consolidation. Big leg up, and then down, sideways consolidation. So what you're really waiting for here is the next big leg up. Boom, where does that take us? That's the question. I personally think it will take us up towards all-time highs. I'm predicting between 3 and 450 by mid to end of November. Personal opinion, not financial advice. But also remember, when XRP does take these parabolic moves, it is in a very, very, very short space of time. Then we have a long time consolidating sideways. I can show you with a ruler exactly how long these are. So let's just say we start the move up here and we get to the top here. In a week, we move 178%. Actually, we move higher than that. I've just gave you a crap estimation. We move about 185% in 7 days. In this move here, we move 235% in 9 days. But then how long do we consolidate sideways for until we get our next move? Let's have a look. So we have 131 days of sideways consolidation for a 300% move up or a 200% move up. And let's have a look from this one. How long have we been consolidating sideways here for? 187 days since that massive pop upwards. So that's just something to keep in mind, guys. We have big spikes and then we range, and then we have a big spike and then we range. It's always been like that for XRP, but what we're waiting for is the big pop, really. And if we take us out, and I know everyone points this out, the blooming cup and handle pattern that I was pointing out in like June, we have this and we pop up to the all-time highs and we range down, let's say for a month or two, and then that's when you'll get your massive pop up towards what I think will top out at $10 to $13. So you could be looking at a pattern like this. You'll get this pop soon. I actually think this pop's coming soon, like I said. Get up towards all-time highs, maybe even break that 3 to 450, and then we consolidate sideways, maybe another 100 days. That takes into like early January or something, which would go quite well on what people are predicting, or maybe even longer than that. Let's say we do take us into early January, and we maybe touch this horizontal, use this as support, and then we pop up towards $10 to $13, and then we range in this area, or maybe have a correction. But now the lawsuit's out into obviously these time frames are wrong compared to what we're looking at the bottom here. This is just an example. If we were going to do it accurately, I'll try and draw a more accurate drawing on here for you. So we're up there in October, we're down, we come down, maybe correct quite quickly, and then push up in January sort of time is what I'll be looking at. I know it says March, I can't get this drawing spot on while I'm trying to do this for you guys. But let's say we come up in to January, February or March, yeah. We're in here, then we're consolidating. And then we see the lawsuit settle there, and then we really could have that next spike up. That's where the speculative spike comes. We could either have that spike up, or this could be a prolonged bear market where we find support. Who knows? Maybe previous all-time highs. Not 100% sure. But if we go on to CoinTrader Pro quickly, I can show you something that I was looking at the other day. If we go on the daily, cool, here we are. So this is what I wanted to show you. So look, we're in this range for ages, and we spike up. We had this consolidation. We get up towards this is what I'd be kind of talking about. This would be the first spike into the all-time high, then a consolidation for the cup and handle pattern, and the next push up towards the end of the Fibonacci extension, and then we consolidate in here, and then whether we come down here and just settle somewhere for the bear market, or we then get the SEC lawsuit in there, bang, takes us all the way out for a further extension, is what I'd be looking at. So that's kind of how I can compare it to previous charts. So that's it for my predictions today. One of my friends is quite a good trader, and he overlaid this fractal, and this fractal was from exactly this time last year, or very close to this time last year, this white fractal here, and it shows that we are pretty much following that same sort of pattern. And as you can see, it hasn't got long left. Look, it's followed it almost to a T. We've double topped, bang, bang. We've double topped here, bang, bang. We've then come down, it's followed that, it's had a further drop, tested the support. We then pushed up, and then look where we are now. Very similar to this sort of pattern here, where we are right now. So we could have, basically within a week or two, we could really be pushing out, and that goes it coincides quite well with what I was saying. Mid to end of November, I think we'll be up towards all-time highs. This fractal projects that we go out towards 350, which is just about all-time highs. So let me know what you think to that in the comments. Go and follow him over on TradingView. Pavman is his TradingView name. You can have a look at this chart for yourself. So we're going to get into some news now. We've got loads of news to go through. We'll start with this. Ripple announces that, I don't know how to say that, Al Ansari exchange. We use RippleNet Cloud to connect Money Match app to provide same-day remittances from the UAE to Malaysia. So obviously there's one big partnership right there. We've got, this is the biggest one that I wanted to talk to you about today. It's absolutely massive, and I think it's gone under the carpet a bit because we've had the extension from the SEC, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Ripple. We're excited to share that since establishing our partnership in March with Tranglo, Tranglo has launched its first ODL service in the Philippines, with plans to introduce more corridors in the coming months. Let's have a little deep dive into this article quickly. So, the partnership demonstrated significant momentum within 6 months, with Tranglo launching its first live ODL corridor on-demand liquidity service, RippleNet, in the Philippines, with plans to introduce more corridors in the months to come. The Philippines is Asia's third largest remittance receiving country, where funds are sent home from Filipino overseas foreign workers, OFWs, are an economic lifestyle. ODL leverages the digital asset XRP for instant, low-cost cross-border payments, eliminating the need for costly and pre-funded accounts. In addition, Tranglo's cross-border payments expertise has played a critical role in meeting customer demands and supporting existing RippleNet corridors in Asia Pacific, with multiple fiat connections already established with existing customers, including BKK Forex, D-Money, and Siam Commercial Bank, one of Thailand's leading universal banks. So, guys, it's happening, and like whatever people say, however they try and fudge you, whatever they say about XRP, it's the bankers' coin or anything. Look at what Ripple and XRP are doing. Look at what XRP is doing in general. Look at the tech of what XRP is before you listen to anyone else, and don't even have to listen to me. I'm just showing you facts. Through these new fiat connections on RippleNet, Tranglo will now be processing multiple currencies in the APAC region, including the Filipino peso and the Thai baht. So we know they even say in the article they're using ODL and they're using XRP for instant settlement. And when I say to people that XRP has the most utility of crypto right now, it does. Like, look, people aren't using other cryptos. They're just speculating on the fact that we'll use them more in the future. They're literally using this for instant low cost and cross-border settlements. Literally using it. It says right here. But it's just something to keep an eye on. And then we've got this. This is something else I just wanted to point out. Like, this is a very important thing that people overlook as well. Ripple's Ubri Foundation, they're literally funding universities to develop CBDCs. Why would they do that? Obviously because they want them to build the CBDCs on RippleNet and then use XRP as a neutral cross-border asset to settle the payments. That's just a little heads up from me to you guys that you might have missed. So this is an important thing. Just added to our document, order extended expert discovery to the 14th of January. The judge has basically said that the lawsuit expert discovery is extended until the 14th of Jan. Everyone's massively upset about this. People saying that we're going to miss the bull run. If you looked at my TikTok yesterday, you'll see why I don't think we will. Something to take away from this is, yes, it is a kick in the teeth and it's long, and if you're an XRP holder, it's an emotional journey. But what I personally think is it's good, because if we do now finish this case, settle, or get to trial, the SEC can't really appeal and say they didn't have enough time for discovery in the lawsuit, because she's granted 2 60-day extensions now. So they don't really have a leg to stand on if we do get towards the trial of this case and then they say, oh, we didn't have enough time. So that's why the judge has done it. I don't think she's people coming out saying, oh, she's being paid and all this sort of stuff. I don't think there's anything backdoor happening here. I think it's a $1.4 to $1.8 billion case that could affect the whole future of cryptocurrency in general, and she's got to make sure she makes the right decision. So that is my opinion on that. I'm not going to cover it too deeply because there isn't too much to cover. It is what it is, and I've told you what I think it will do to price action. Genuinely not a lot. I think we can still hit $10 to $13 within the lawsuit, and then when the lawsuit finishes is what will give us an extra boost depending on where we are already. If we are already at high numbers and the lawsuit ends, guys, it's a rocket ship to space for me. Then we've got Martin Volk. He's a great YouTuber. Go and check him out. Who says, and this is so true. SEC versus Ripple info. The biggest misconception about in the crypto world is the SEC versus Ripple case is only about the fate of XRP. The fact is, every digital asset is in danger. That is so true. The SEC are trying to argue that XRP is a security right now, even if you're holding it from a secondary exchange. Anyone who's holding it is holding an unregistered security. They're not arguing that Ripple have sold an unregistered security in the past, being XRP, and that it was a security. They're arguing right now that it's a security. So if they win this suit, they can use that information to go after any crypto. And if you think Bitcoin and Ethereum are safe just because we've got cloudy clarity on them, you're wrong. You're wrong. In 2013, the SEC said that Bitcoin was a security, and when Gary Gensler gets asked a straight question about Ethereum, is Ethereum a security? He does not answer the question. So no crypto is safe. If they win this suit, we're going to see massive regulation come through from the SEC, and they're going to stifle innovation massively. It's a broad overreach from the SEC, in my opinion. So we all need Ripple to win this case, whether you like XRP or not, which obviously I do, but we need Ripple to win this case, and for the SEC, for the sake of the crypto community in general. But then I don't know if I haven't got the link open, but I don't know if this is it actually. Let me just quickly check. Might be this. No, I haven't. No, and there is. The judge did actually grant or say that yesterday that now the SEC do have to answer straight up if Bitcoin and Ethereum are securities. So we are going to see at least some clarification for them. But if they win this case, they've got case precedent they can take and threaten any other crypto with, essentially. And that's basically it for today's YouTube video. Keep your eyes on my TikTok and Twitter, because I might make some announcements about my up-and-coming business plan, and it's something that everyone can get involved with, and so could benefit everyone who follows my channel. It definitely gives you an opportunity to participate in things that I do. So that I'm trying to create a way to provide value to you guys for supporting me. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll speak to you on the next one. If you enjoyed it, please drop me a subscribe. Hit that like button and drop me some comments if you've got any questions. Until then, I'll speak to you on the next one. Peace up, A-Town down, as I should say.